Hey folks, welcome back to another market update. Today we're doing the market update for July 2025. Sorry, I'm a week late on this. I actually just got back from a little family vacation over to Europe. So I'm just getting back in the saddle, still pretty jet lagged, but we're gonna get to this. For those of you first tuning in, I am Tom Moore. I'm a realtor here in Halifax. We specialize in a lot of content on this YouTube channel, obviously for buyers and sellers alike. We actually have a new downloadable seller's guide and buyer's guide that I'll put in the description down here. If you're interested in something like that, then you can certainly access that info. Yeah, without further ado, we'll hop to it. Obviously, this is my contact info. You can reach out there or you can book a meeting with me. The YouTube homepage has a whole bunch of links there on my channel, so you can access me there. Okay, let's get this going. So for those of you kind of first tuning in, how we generally do this, we do basically the first one, which is Bedford. We'll go a little slower, make sure that you understand the all the different stats and everything that we're pulling from. And now what we have started to do is every second week, we do a yearly look at the market to see how things have changed over the years. This is obviously just kind of a month by month change, so a little bit more of a shorter term look at the market. Okay, so you'll see here on the left, we've got the map of where we're pulling the data from. For total sales, pretty self-explanatory. We're in the decrease now, so things should actually start going like this. I know this is a poor example of what's going on, but basically, a spring market, you see the most buyers, most sellers, and then as we move towards January and late December, that's when it bottoms out, and then it'll begin a slow, gradual rise again until it tops out in the spring. So the blue number is going to be last month. This is for July. So blue will be for June, black will be for July. 19 days on market. So, pretty balanced there. When we start th seeing things kind of down around the 5, 6 day range, that's when things are really moving quick. And when we tie that in with kind of this lower number down here, the sale price to list price percentage, we can generally get a good idea if it's a buyer's or seller's market. So right now it's pretty balanced, I would say overall. Sale price to list price percentage, this is basically if a house was to be listed for $100, it would have sold for $98.40, basically. Showings per listing, this is how many on average per house, how many groups, families, things like that are going through the house before it actually is sold. 57 new listings, pretty self-explanatory there. So we're seeing actually a little bit of a rise here in Bedford. Single family monthly comparison. This is the average price points. Again, in most of these neighborhoods, you're going to have some higher priced homes, some lower priced homes. This is not necessarily indicative of, what the average home price may be. This can change on a month-to-month basis. As you can see, it dropped by $100,000, but it just shows us kind of on average what is going on in the market. Um, so I think I just misspoke there, but this is designed to give you kind of an overall look at the Bedford market. So there's certainly going to be more expensive stuff and certainly more affordable things. The price per square foot, pretty self-explanatory there. Went from 297 in June to 286. Condos, same thing as above. We got 510,000 for our average, and price per square foot is 403. Okay, Bridgewater, about an hour and 15 minutes away down the South Shore there. 12 total sales, 40 days on market, way up from 8 last month. This is kind of the hub for the South Shore, obviously. So certainly bit more, well, it should be relatively balanced. It's a smaller town, so there's less people generally moving there and less people selling, but that is what it is. Showings per listing 3.5, new listings 17. Sale price to list price percentage, we've got 98.6, which is relatively balanced in the monthly comparison. No condos here, just 422,000, and a price per square foot dropping about $10 to $222 a square foot. Clayton Park and Rockingham. 27 total sales, relatively staying the same as the days on market at 16. Showings per listing down slightly to 4.8. New listings down almost half to 30. And the sale price to list price percentage, we're looking at 97.8%. So again, It's getting into almost a buyer's market there, I would say. Once we drop down below that 98% or 98, yeah, 98%. Single family side of things, certainly cheaper than Bedford, both going down significantly when looking at Bedford as well as this, 620,000 for the overall, and then the price per square foot, 288, up $2 from June. Condos stayed pretty much the same at 375,000, and the price per square foot, 331. Cole Harbour, 25 total sales, 5 days on market, 7.8 showings per listing, 31 new listings, 100% sale price list price percentage. So we're seeing a seller's market there. Single family staying relatively the same at 528,000. Price per square foot, 267. So, Cole Harbour always performs quite large, with quite large numbers, and it seems to relatively hold at that price point, which means the agents are pricing it either correctly or getting it priced to increase activity, potentially cause some over asking battles. Total sales 71 for Dartmouth, 8 days on market, moving pretty quick here. Showings per listing 5.8, down from 8.2 last month. New listings dropped about 22, or dropped 22 to 70 new listings. 100% sale price to list price percentage there. Single family side of things, we saw it go from 550 to 584. Price per square foot dropped from 308 to 298. In the condo side of things, we saw a monthly comparison there of 437,000, and the price per square foot down almost, well, over $100 to $318 a square foot. Downtown Halifax only pulling condo data here. 6 total sales, up from 3 last month. 10 days on market, moving a little quicker there, down from 32 last month. Showings per listing 3.8, new listings 9. Sale price list price percentage, we saw it actually increase to basically 99%. So, you know, pretty much staying right around 100% there. Condos definitely up from last month at just over $1 million a piece. Obviously, you can get some cheaper condos in the downtown market. You can get some stuff, in the fives, pretty simply. You just got to watch the strata fees or monthly condo fees there. Price per square foot, 774. Eastern Passage in Cow Bay, we've got 25 total sales, 6 days on market, 5.5 showings per listings, 24 new listings, 100, just over 100% for sale price to list price percentage. It's located, 25 minutes to downtown Halifax, or you could take the ferry out of, not the downtown Dartmouth ferry, but the Woodside ferry. Single family monthly comparison, we saw 507,000, up from 440. So probably some higher price stuff trading there. A lot of the Cow Bay stuff and Eastern Pasture stuff is relatively similar price. Cow Bay can have some more unique houses, I guess. Eastern Passage tends to be a bit more cookie cutter. Uh, Price per square foot, 301, up from 382. Eastern Shore and Lawrencetown, 12 total sales, 7 days on market, pretty quick here. 3.8 showings per listing, 18 new listings, 99.4% sale price to list price percentage, down from 100% last month. Monthly comparison, we saw 470,000 and a price per square foot of 249, down from 263. Enfield, Nova Scotia, just out by the airport there, just past the airport. Airport being in Goffs, right there. 20 total sales, 20 days on market. Showings per listing 3.9. New listings 29, down from 35. Sale price to list price percentage still pretty high there at 99.2%. I was thinking with the higher days on market that we'd see that drop a little bit, but apparently not. Monthly comparison, we saw 566, and the price per square foot 257. So 566 up from 493 the month prior. Fall River, 16 total sales, 21 days on market. Showings per listings 4.8. New listings 17. Sale price to list price percentage, we got 96.6% versus 97.9 the previous month. So we're looking pretty balanced there. Single family side of things, 745,000, staying relatively the same for Fall River. Price per square foot, 256 a square foot, down from 276 the month prior. Hammonds Plains and Lucasville, just had we didn't really have a fire. Yesterday we had a little fire in Halifax, just basically right here. But obviously a couple years back we did have a large fire up in this area. But the city, from what I understand, is taking some has taken some measures to really try to prevent fires. Obviously, we've got this hiking ban currently in place, which I'm not going to get into, but that's, it's very dry out here right now. 40 days, no rain. We got a little sprinkling last night, so hopefully that'll help the firefighters. But my parents did actually just drive by coming back from the South Shore, and they said that it's still moving along. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Total sales 16, 45 days on market, so up pretty significantly there. Showings per listings 5, 23 new listings. Sale price list percentage down about a point and a half there to 97.9%. Single family side of things down 20K to 808,000, and the price per square foot is 305. North End Halifax, 17 total sales, 34 days on market, 3.5 showings per listing. We've been seeing this number decrease pretty steadily over the last while. 25 new listings, sale price list percentage down at 90, we'll call that 98%. So, relatively balanced. People are probably holding on to their stuff a little bit longer. Single family month comparison, 700,000 up from 610 the month prior. Price per square foot is 457 versus 442. And the condo side of things, we saw 567 up from 437 the month prior, and the price per square foot was 520. Sackville and Beaverbank, usually our biggest activity area we do. Total sales in 68, 10 days on market. Showings per listing 7.2. New listing 65. Sale price list percentage 100 point, we'll call it 101% up from 100 the month prior. Single family side of things down 5 grand to 550,000. Price per square foot, 283 down from 286 the month prior. Spryfield and Armdale. Looking at 30 total sales for the month of July, 12 days on market, 5.9 showings per listing, 47 new listings, and 99.1 sale price list price percentage, and 100% was the month prior. So little drop there. Single family side of things, we saw it drop quite significantly to 535,000. Sorry, just gonna mute that. Price per square foot 287. Condos 430 down from 470. Price per square foot 401 versus 427. South End Halifax, we got 8 total sales, 30 days on market, 4.2 showings per listing, 16 new listings down from 17. And the sale price to list price percentage at 97.2%, down from 98.7% last month. Monthly comparison, we're still seeing this up almost at 1.5, which is quite high for the South End, but it is at 1.5 right now. So price per square foot is 649 versus 520, excuse me. Condo side of things, we saw it at 363. Many people ask me why it's much cheaper to buy a condo there. It's just the way it is. It's a good place to have a condo, in my opinion. You've got the perks, you're close to downtown. There's some cheaper stuff. Just again, you got to watch those condo fees. Price per square foot, 552 down from 496 on the condo side. So Shore, Nova Scotia. So this has the big three. We like to call it Chester, Lunenburg, Mahone Bay. 20 total sales, 26 days on market. Showings per listings was 30 new listings. Sale price list percentage, we saw at 94.8%, down from 98.8%. So certainly decreasing there. Obviously, cottage time is kind of coming to an end here in August. So that will likely continue to peter off. Single family side of things, something big sold here. 825, a couple big things. On the single family side of things. Price per square foot, 385. Certainly seeing some more Americans kind of move up into that neck of the woods there. I would say a little bit to do with the politics down in the States. Some people like to have their bug out place up here too. Because obviously our dollar is much more, makes things quite a bit more affordable for them up here, even with our property prices. 24 total sales. 8 days on market versus 4 last month. Showings per listing was 4.6, new listings 31. Sale price to list price percentage down significantly, about 5% to 95.5%. Single family side of things also down to 275,000, and the price per square foot 168 versus 189 last month. Tantallon and Hubli, we got 7 total sales, 28 days on market, 5 showings per listings, 14 new listings. Sale price list percentage is 98.6%. Single family staying right around that 700 mark at 690, and the price per square foot up from 283 to 313. Timberley and Beachville, 14 total sales down by half. 17 days on market, up from 4 last month. Showings per listings 3.8 down from 7.8 last month. Significant peter off there. 19 new listings versus 29 last month. Sale price list price percentage, we saw 99.8%, basically a percentage drop there. Monthly comparison 550 versus 690 last month. And the price per square foot is 297 versus 296. Truro, Nova Scotia, 13 total sales, 43 days on market versus 4 last month. A lot of 4s last month. Showings per list, people were real hungry, obviously, in June. 3.4%, or sorry, 3.4 showings per listing. 21 new listings. Obviously, Truro is an hour and a half or an hour away on a divided highway there out the Dartmouth side of things. So if you're going to be employed at Burnside, Dartmouth, this is certainly something to consider if you're looking for cheaper property prices. Sale price list price percentage 96.8%, down from 100 last month. Monthly comparison 370,000, and the price per square foot 229. West End Halifax, 15 total sales, 8 days on market. Showings per listings is 5. New listings 15. Sale price list percentage, we saw at 98.2%. Monthly comparison, we saw single families go from 900 down to 625, and the price per square foot was 469, down from that 492. All right, last one, Windsor, Nova Scotia, another hour away, smaller town, probably the smallest town out of the 4 additional ones we do outside of the HRM, our version of the GTA or the greater Halifax area, if you will. 25 total sales, 22 days on market, 3.8 showings per listing, 32 new listings, 97.9% sale price list price percentage, down from 99 last month. The monthly comparison, we saw single families go from 470 to 465, down 5 grand, and the price per square foot was 288, down from 271. Okay, folks, that's it. Well, again, if you're a home seller, home buyer, we've got a few new documents there. Feel free to download them. And other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.